What's going on, guys? We're going to be ranking every single brawler from Brawl Stars. That's 104 brawlers. Now, there are 2 unreleased brawlers that haven't come out yet, so I'm going to be taking into account how well I've seen footage on what they play and their play styles, their strengths and weaknesses, but we're going to get to that later. But I've been wanting to do this for a while. I want to do Clash Royale, but Brawl Stars I play a little bit more. This is just going to be a casual tier list, right? This isn't for ranked. If you're sweaty and you play ranked a whole bunch, this tier list is not for you. You're not going to be winning any games from this. But if you're having a casual time, having a good time, and just wanting to, get some wins, have some fun while doing it with a good brawler that, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get to, this tier list is for you. So anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first brawler is the first brawler, Shelly, the starter brawler that we all get for free. Now, Shelly has been power crept on in the meta sometimes, though in my opinion, Shelly is one of the best brawlers ever. She can take care of long range brawlers. She can take care of short range brawlers. Meeting a Shelly in a bush is a death sentence, just like meeting a bull. If a Shelly has her super, which, let's be honest, Shelly gets her super way too often, you're done for. So for that reason, I think Shelly, the starter brawler, is one of the strongest A tiers of all time. Fantastic. Anyway, moving on to Colt. Now, Colt is a sharpshooter, and Colt isn't really a middle brawler. You can have an either very, very good Colt on your team or the worst Colt on Earth on your team, right? There is no in between. So you can either be really, really good or really, really bad. It just depends on your play style. Not your play style. It's just if you suck or if you're good. So his potential to deal damage to a heist safe is unparalleled. Maybe 8-bit, and I think Lola got a buff recently that can be on par with him, but he is not the best when it comes to the meta right now. He's just not doing that well. You can't play him a whole lot of things. His buffies and his hypercharge are really, really good, but I don't think he deserves a whole lot of love right now. I'm going to put him in D tier. You might hate me because if you're really, really good with him, he can be in the top of S tier. He's really, really good. But as a casual player, right, it's a lot of work to play him. It's a lot of work. You gotta be really, really sweaty. So I'm just putting him in D tier for now. His damage output is good, but very easily killed. Moving on to Brock. Now, not as easily killed, but I do think Brock has less health than Colt. But Brock, I really, really like because they incorporated his star power into his kit a long time ago, which has just made him good. But then they did nerf his projectile speed, which I think makes it almost impossible to hit his shots now. He has to rely on that rocket exploding at the end of his projectile range. So Brock has the ability to jump away from assassins, which makes him very, very good in solo showdown and gem grab. So I do really, really like that. I'm going to put him in C tier. He's a solid C tier brawler as a casual player. I don't play him a whole lot, but a lot of people do. A lot of people have fun playing him. I just don't see him excelling a whole lot right now. Now back to Jessie. Jessie, unfortunately, is my favorite brawler of all time. Jessie has been my main forever, and it's really, really sad to see her in such a bad state as she is in right now. She is so bad, and I don't really know how to fix her because I feel like she was really strong before, but now she's just not working out. I hate to put her in F tier because she does have good synergy with some brawlers, and in heist she can still be a menace. I'm going to put her on the top of F tier, but she is just not viable right now. If you're playing her, you're putting your team at a disadvantage. You could be playing a brawler that is much, much better. Moving on to Nita. Now, I've never played her a whole lot, but I think her range is too far. Nita has some insane range, and her bear, her hypercharge, and her buffies has made her one of the best brawlers ever. But, I mean, not the best brawlers ever. I'm going to have to put her in B tier. I don't think she's that good anymore because all the buffies were kind of toned down, and she suffered a lot from that. So I don't think she deserves a whole lot of spot, but if you have Anita on your team, you're gonna be doing pretty well. But I don't think in terms of the other Buffy brawlers, Nita does that well in performance. Moving on to Dynamite. Now, I've seen a lot of Dynamites around, even though this whole meta with the Buffies and a bunch of speed hypercharges, a lot of speedy brawlers, you would expect Dynamite to not be anywhere in the meta or just being played at all. But I've seen him being played, and I've seen him being played really, really well. I mean, I've said this a lot, but he's one of the only brawlers that can 1v3 comfortably and just from one super change the outcome of a match. He is just that good. I'm going to put him in C tier. He's not terrible because he has the damage output needed, but you have to be really, really good with him. I think he's better than Colt, though, not Bolt. Moving on to El Primo. El Primo has really, really suffered because of the new brawler. I think the new brawler Damien is just an upgraded El Primo. El Primo is really suffering from the fact I'm going to put him in E tier. He's not F tier because he's still a tank, and tanks are really good right now. But I just wouldn't play him at all. What do we got? Bull. He had a nerf, but I still see him everywhere. I'm going to unfortunately have to put Bull in S tier. A Bull is so strong, he can 1v3 very comfortably. He is toned down significantly than what he was, but if you're playing a fully buffied, fully gadgeted, fully star-powered, fully geared Bull, you're insane, right? You're just going to be team wiping the entire time. Have fun with that, right? Bull is very, very good, and if you're a casual player, you can just keep spamming supers. You can just keep spamming his shots. It really doesn't take a whole lot of skill for Bull players to play him, but that's the fun of it with Bull. Moving on, Rico, the most hated brawler by me. I hate Rico. Rico, I ban him all the time in ranked. I'm not even that good at ranked, but banning him makes my life a whole lot easier. And facing him on certain maps just makes me not even want to play the map anymore. I'm going to have to put Rico. He's pretty strong right now. I'm not going to have to put Rico in B tier. Rico's significantly good, even though he doesn't even have any buffies. He's just that good. He has the damage output, and they buffed his projectile speed and projectile firing rate. So very, very good. Nothing much more to say. He's a solid brawler. He's a solid gadget. That's all. Not as good as the other buffied brawlers, though. Barley, again, if you're playing Barley, you're putting your team at a disadvantage. There are maps where he's good on, and there's maps that he's not that good on. There's a small shift of getting good at the game. You have to realize what brawlers are good on what maps. And Barley has been the maps that he is good on. A lot of assassins are good on as well. So he suffers a lot from just, being himself. I'm going to have to put him in D tier. Not quite E tier, but Barley is just not good enough for the meta right now. Now we got Poco. Poco synergizes really, really well with a lot of tanks, a lot of brawlers that have a lot of health, like Bull, Mortis. What do we got? Poco does really well with Rosa, a lot of tankier brawlers, and he's got good range, but the only problem is he doesn't have the damage output that he needs. That being said, he's a solid C tier brawler. If you're picking it up and you're being really skillful, right, Poco's a solid choice by far. Now we got Mortis. Mortis was a top of the S tier brawler by far. Right, there's nothing that could stop him once he got his super, but he's been toned down to the point where it's actually quite easy to kill him. It's very easy to kill him, but again, if he's on a rampage, hitting multiple brawlers with one shot, hitting multiple brawlers with a super, it's game over for you and your team, right? You can't quite escape it. A good Mortis can wipe a team, no problem. I'm going to be putting him in A tier because he's pretty decent, but not as unstoppable as Bull. Next up, we got Bo. I really enjoy playing Bo. Bo is a really fun brawler, I would say. It doesn't take a whole lot of skill, but to capitalize a lot on his mines, you have to be sort of around, and that can kind of put Bo at a disadvantage of an assassin like, let's say, Mortis is coming after you. So his buffies make him extraordinary, and his hypercharge, very, very good. It just increases his damage by that much, so it's very nice, very nice. I like Bo, but again, you have to know when to play him. I'm going to put him in a comfortable B tier. He's not as good as the other buffy brawlers, but you have to know what maps to play him on. If you do know what maps to play him on, he can totally change the outcome of a match. His mines are just that good. Top of B tier. Going on to Spike. Spike is another buffied brawler. I haven't seen a lot of him in my matches, though. Spike is one of the least played brawlers with the buffies, in my opinion, just as a casual player. I don't see him a whole lot. And maybe if I do, I just overlook him because he's not that, like, what do I call it? Game changing, as I would say. I'm going to have to put Spike in D tier. He's not that good. I hate putting him in D tier, but just casually, he doesn't have the projectile speed, right? I mean, he's a pretty perfect brawler in my opinion. He's got the spikes that spin around, but I don't really like playing him. It's pretty easy playing against him, honestly. I haven't played a whole lot of good spike players, but when I do, it's very easy to avoid his spikes. So I don't know. He needs a buff in something. I don't know. His buffies, I think, need to be stronger. And his hypercharge is good, but if you avoid his super, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, moving on to Crow. Now, Crow has been terrorizing the meta for the past, I don't even know, month, ever since his buffies were released. He is so strong. He's going on the top of S tier. Crow is annoying to face against. He's got a small hitbox. He's got a fast movement speed. He can jump out of anywhere. He's good on gem grab. He's good on heist. He's good on bounty, knockout. He's good on all these maps, all these modes. He's good. He's good. And his hypercharge is very, very good. His buffies just make it so much better, and his reworked gadgets are insane. For that reason, he's going on top of S tier. Need I say more? Piper's one of my favorite marksmen because I'm kind of a classic player. I started back in 2019, but I will admit there are better snipers as of right now. There are better snipers, and we're going to get to that later. But Piper has been so solid, right? Her entire kit is solely focused on being a squishy glass cannon, But in the age of all these assassins and tanks right now, she's not doing as well as she could, but on some maps, you still see her dishing out some good damage. For that, I'm putting her on C tier. I'm going to put her on top of C tier, but on the right maps, she's lethal. But you're not going to see her on any other maps outside of those specific few. Moving on to Pam. I really wish Pam was better. Pam, I love playing Pam. I love the healing turret. I love her hypercharge, but she's just not good, right? You get a right Bull, you get a right Edgar super, it kind of takes care of Pam and takes care of the whole lot of your whole team in like that ring of healing. The healing's good, but the turret's easy to take out. So I'm going to have to put Pam in D tier. Unfortunately, I don't want to put her in E tier because the hypercharge is really, really good if you take advantage of it, but she's just not worth it right now. If you're playing her, you got to be really, really good with that gadget, that ammo stealing gadget. Moving on to Tara or Tara. Depends on wherever you live. But Tara, I'll say Tara. Tara really is only viable in gem grab, right? Tara's only used in gem grab, I would say, and sometimes in bounty and knockout because that type of damage dealing in her portal is super, super good. So I wouldn't necessarily put her down here, but the fact that she can only be played on a couple modes kind of limits her usability. But on those maps, she's very, very good. I'm going to be putting her in the middle of C tier. You got to know when to play her, but outside of the gem grab and a couple knockout and bounty maps, you're not going to see her and you're not going to play her very much. And if you do, you're not using the right brawler for your team. Moving on to Daryl. Now, Daryl, they keep buffing. They buffed his super damage a little bit ago. I think that was kind of unnecessary, but it kind of makes sense because he's just a big giant rolling ball that just slams into you. So Gerald's been doing really, really good. I'm gonna put him in the top of C tier. I don't think he's as good as Piper. I don't know. I think that's fair. I don't think Daryl's that good, right? He doesn't have any buffies, but I think once he does, he's gonna be on the top of the meta. I think he's gonna overthrow Bull, but Bull has those healing things, so it's gonna be hard to say. But Daryl has always been kind of a more mobile damage dealer than Bull. Bull's always had a little bit more health and a little bit slower, but yeah, I'd like to see Daryl in a higher position, though I do realize that he's been really, really good as of late. So anyway, moving on to Penny. Again, Penny's a very situational brawler. You don't find her in a lot of maps, and you don't find her in a lot of modes. You'll rarely see her outside of Heist and maybe Gem Grab. So for that reason, I'm going to be putting Penny in D tier. I know this is not the greatest for her, but she's got viability, but just not that good. She can be taken out, but her barrel is very useful when it comes to assassins, so that's good. But she doesn't have the damage output needed to take care of a lot of these brawlers. A lot of these brawlers need a lot of damage, and the state of the game right now is damage dealing. So just keep that in mind while you're playing. You got to be dealing a lot of damage to really do anything. So a lot of these brawlers that are a little bit more control and support based are suffering, and a lot of the assassins and damage dealers are really flourishing right now. Moving on to Frank, talk about a damage dealer. As bad as Frank is pretty good. If your opponents are not walking away fast enough or not being smart about their decisions, right? Couple hits, super, they're done. I'm going to put him mid B tier. Very, very good brawler, solid. He still countered a lot, but right now damage dealing is kind of the name of the game. So I like that. I like that a lot. Leon is going in top of A tier. Leon's buffies makes him incredible. Like, need I say more? If you've been playing Brawl Stars, you know exactly how strong Leon is right now. His hypercharge making him invisible even when he attacks, insane. Him being able to throw his invisibility gadget, insane. Very good. The invisibility gadget giving him and his opponent's movement speed increase. Need I say more? He's a very, very good brawler right now. One of the best assassins that you can have on your team. And if you can play him well, fantastic. That's awesome. That's awesome. Keep winning then. Keep winning. Moving on to Gene. Very skillful brawler. I will not disparage my man Gene. Gene is a super situational brawler. You'll not find him in Heist. You'll never find him in Heist. And you'll never find him in like duels or anywhere where there's like an objective, or what do you call it? Hot zone. You'll never find him in those. You'll find him in games where kills matter and gem grab, because his super is kind of like Dynamite's. It can change the outcome of a match just from one super. I'm going to put him in the top of B tier. A lot of people would put him in A tier for just his ranked survivability and his pro level gameplay. But as a casual player, you never see him. It's not worth it to max him out. It's just not. I mean, he's really, really good, but you have to play him like a pro to get usability out of him. Utilize him well. Moving on to Carl. Now, Carl's a great damage dealer. Carl, I'm going to have to put him even above Gene in B tier. Carl's nuts. If you have him as a casual player on your team, Carl team wipes all the time. He's just that good. The hot rocks, the super, that does an insane amount of damage. I do not think it should do that much damage. He's very, very good. If you want a good damage dealer, check out Carl. Rosa. I'm a big anti-Rosa person. Rosa can put down the gadget for the bushes, and it doesn't really help you or your teammates all that much. If you're a squishy brawler and Rosa's putting down bushes all over the map, it kind of puts you at a disadvantage, because then you can get walked up anytime. So I don't think it's worth it playing Rosa right now. She is a little bit better than she was what once was. I'll admit that, but I'm gonna have to put her in. Just gonna have to put her E tier. I don't think she's that good at all. Like, I know I was kind of hyping her up a little bit, but I can't ever imagine picking her up against other brawlers, other tanks. I would always pick another tank than Rosa. All right, moving on to BB. Now, BB is a crazy brawler. BB's home run, insane. BB's movement speed, insane. There's been so many matches. I'm a big BB main person. There's been so many matches where BB speed is so unmatched. I get to places that people just don't really recognize that she's able to go to that fast. I've been to places where they're like, I should have turned around 3 seconds ago. Well, BB's up their butt and just slamming them back against a wall or something with a super bubble ball, whatever, flying at them. So BB's super effective, so much damage, and her hypercharge Buffy just makes her that much better. I'm gonna have to put her in A tier. She is way better than she once was, meaning she's not as overpowered, but still, I think she's a very, very strong contender for if you're trying to play, just a good game. She's a lot of fun to play. I highly recommend her. Yeah, enough said. Moving on to Tick. Tick is very annoying to face against. Tick is not very fun to play. It can be fun to play if you're facing against some very bad people, but good people know how to avoid Tick's bombs. And even Tick's head is not that effective anyway. I'm putting Tick in D tier. Hot take, yes, Tick can be very, very good in high ranked play, but I don't know. I feel like Tick can be easily taken care of with the casual ranked ladder. So not ranked ladder, but with trophies, Tick is very easily taken care of with the upper brawlers, as I mentioned. So not as good as he once was, but a solid choice if you're doing ranked. Moving on to 8-bit. 8-bit, I think, is not top of A tier, middle of A tier. 8-bit is so good. When the name of the game is damage dealing, 8-bit increases you and your teammates' damage by that much more. He's a tank. He has 10,000 health. This guy is insane. So I think picking him up and upgrading him is definitely worth it. There's going to be a time where he's going to be out of the meta, sure, but having him in your back pocket to pull out anytime, fantastic. It's really, really good. Moving on to Sandy. Sandy's been suffering. I've seen Sandy a little bit, not that good. D tier. Sandy cannot output enough damage to save his life. So even his 3 shots and his reload speed is so bad, it just doesn't mesh well with the character or the meta right now. So unfortunate. EMZ, holy cow. Either S tier or A tier. I'm going to have to put EMZ in A tier, probably in the middle of A tier. That's pretty good for her over Shelly, of course. Probably put BB above Shelly as well and Mortis above Shelly. But EMZ, fantastic. Her buffies has made her almost unstoppable, though the nerfs to her has been greatly helped and has reduced her prominency in the meta. But EMZ, if you're picking her up as a casual player, super easy too. It's very hard to kill an EMZ if you're a single assassin. So she can take really good care of herself, and her super is really good for keeping the meta brawlers back, and her attack does a decent amount of damage as well. So A tier is pretty solid for her. B, the brawler B can do 4,400 damage max level. That is insane. That can one tap Tick, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I don't think she's better. I think she's probably better than Piper at the moment. I'm going to put her in C tier above Piper, but I don't think marksman or snipers, what do you call them? Marksman brawlers are very good right now in the meta, but I'm going to put her above Piper. I believe she's a very solid brawler. Moving on to Max. Max is good. I think they buffed her damage a little bit ago, which has made her a little bit better. So I don't really know where to put her. As a casual player, I think it's very easy to take care of her. I've never had a problem with a Max before. I'm going to have to put her in D tier, like probably almost at the bottom of D tier. As a casual player, I don't find a problem taking care of her. I've never faced against a very, very good Max, and I don't think I ever will because no one really picks her and nobody really plays her. So I don't know. Her speed is really nice and her hypercharge helps out her teammates. So I don't know. Not that good. Mr. P. Mr. P, I'm going to have to put in E tier. Not that good. Mr. P is suffering with the meta right now, though he has seen an uptick, but I think it's going to be short-lived. I think he's either going to get a nerf or, well, I don't know, probably not get a nerf, but he's just not going to do as well as he could. I mean, in ranked play, I've seen him play been played a little bit more, but I barely see him played at all. His drones are very easily taken care of. They're more of an annoyance than something to actually you have to deal with. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's that good of a brawler right now. Not enough damage output is another huge thing. Jackie. I'm going to have to put Jackie in... I'm going to have to put Jackie in E tier as well. I got to fill out this E tier a little bit. Jackie is suffering from not being able to do enough damage. She is a great damage dealer, but not very good for what she's supposed to be used for. The maps that she's good on, a lot of other brawlers are good on as well that outrank her a ton. So I don't see her played, but as a casual as a casual tier list, I'm gonna have to move her up to D tier, right? As a casual player, Jackie's pretty good. So I'll leave it at that. Sprout, as a casual player, straight up E tier. Too much skill. Your walls are kind of inconsistent. You don't do barely enough damage to take care of brawlers as fast as you can. Some people might hate me for this, I get it, but I don't think Sprout is that good. I haven't played with a whole lot of good Sprouts. Sprout is more annoying than more of a hard counter to a lot of brawlers. Just not that good. Gale, top of B tier. I mean, maybe bottom of A tier, but Gale's super good. Gale's tank counter, assassin counter. Need I say more? His tornado gadget is amazing. He does a decent amount of damage. It's actually really good. And his reload speed is nice. Very nice. Enough said. Nani. Nani, I think, is the best sniper in all of Brawl Star history right now. Nani is so good. It's very hard to counter a Nani because Nani literally counters everybody. It's actually insane. Meeting a Nani in a bush, death sentence. Meeting a Nani on the other end of the map, death sentence, right? The drone is great. The damage output is great. The gadgets are really great. So Nani's, I'm going to put in A tier. As a casual player, I don't play her because she's way too high skill for me. But if you get good with her, very good. She's very good. All right, moving on to Surge. Surge, as a casual player, is one of the most fun brawlers of all time. B tier. High damage output, good super. You get better as the match progresses. Need I say more? Moving on to Colette. Colette, I'm going to have to put in F tier. As a casual player, I'll never play Colette. Don't plan to, don't intend to. She's really good. Don't get me wrong, but this is a pure ranked decision that I don't play Colette. Colette is too skillful. You got to have like combos in place where you hit them twice, do super, hit them 3 times, do super, whatever. I don't have enough time in my day. I'm too employed to see her damage output and memorize the percentage of things that are taken off, the percentage of health that is taken off of other opponents. Anyway, Amber, I'm going to have to put at maybe D tier, maybe bottom of C tier. Amber's good. She has the damage output, but it's kind of hard to master. Amber is kind of hard to master. She has a weird attack pattern where it's kind of slow. Again, I'm not very good at the game, so that's just my opinion. I think she has the damage output necessary, but the only problem that she has, it kind of takes a while to kill brawlers, and that's not what you need. The only thing that she has going for her is her health. She has a good amount of health, and it's kind of hard to take care of an Amber. Enough said. Moving on to Lou. I'm going to put Lou top of B tier. Lou is really good because he has the damage output. Well, decent damage output, and his super is amazing. His super can shut down areas on the map, no problem. Enough said. Lou's a very good brawler, one of my favorites. Moving on to Byron. Byron, Very, very good. I'm going to have to put him in C tier, though. Not as good as B. Not as good as B, but I think better than Piper as a marksman. But his super is one of the things that really makes him excel. His ability to heal, great. Not as great with the Crow in meta right now, but his super can take care of brawlers, no problem. If you have an assassin drop on you like Crow, he drops a super which heals him and takes care of the brawler very close to him. So that's a pretty good super in my book. Edgar, top of S tier. Top of S tier. If you're a casual player and you're playing this game and you're like, I just need a brawler that I can get guaranteed wins with, there is no other brawler to pick up right now. Sure, you might have to spend money to max him out because you got to upgrade him all the way up to 11. Star power, gadget, 2 gears, and then you got to buy all his buffies, which kind of takes a while, but they did decrease it from 6 buffies in a claw machine down to 3. That's really, really good for free-to-play players. So, incredible brawler right now. I didn't think I'd ever see him on the top of the meta, but he's always been good for casual players. He's always been amazing. So, I really like that. Ruffs. I love Ruffs, but as a casual player, you can't play him. He's not that good as a casual player. In the ranked game modes, he's incredible. Very, very good. I'm going to have to put Ruffs in D tier because as a casual player, you're not playing Ruffs. You just don't do that. And a Stu, as a casual player, there's a little bit of skill that with Stu, you know, a significant amount of skill with using him with his super and everything. I think he's better than Ruffs, so I'm going to put him above Ruffs on D tier, but I don't think he's got the damage output or just, you know, easy enough to play to be considered that good in a casual sense. Anyway, we've got Belle. I love playing Belle. Belle is one of the easiest sharpshooters to play. She just keeps winning and winning and winning. That being said, I'm going to put her on the bottom of our little sharpshooter quartet here. I don't think she's good as the other 3. Unfortunately, I know her super's really, really good. Her gadget's really fun to play with. In terms of funness, I might even put her in the top of C tier. As a casual player, I love playing Belle. She's so much fun. So enough said there. Ranking Squeak. I don't like playing against Squeak. I've never had a problem playing against Squeak. Squeak is just, as a pro player, you might have a good time playing Squeak, but Squeak, in my opinion, is one of the worst brawlers in the game. I might actually put Squeak in, I can't, but bottom of E tier. I don't know. I don't get the psychology of people playing Squeak. I'm sorry if I'm offending the Squeak mains out there, but I've never lost against a Squeak. I mean, I'm sure that's not true, but I've never seen, a Squeak, and I'm super afraid of the matchup. It's just not what Squeak does. Squeak is a very controller legend, but it really all falls apart if you psych out a Squeak just a little bit. Squeak's reload speed is too slow. The super does have an ability to do really, really well, but again, Dynamite's super is way better anyway. I don't see Squeak ever entering the meta anytime soon. It's just not happening. Buzz. Now, a lot of the meta right now is uncontrollable supers, where once a brawler starts their super, it's just impossible for somebody to counter them. Buzz counters that by stunning the brawler. I'm going to put Buzz in mid-tier A tier because Buzz has that ability to shut down brawlers that are using their super or hypercharge. Very good. Very good. Griff. Top of mid-tier A tier. Griff is so much fun to play. Griff has the damage output. Griff has his super and his hypercharge that makes his super go through walls. Griff has an updated Buffy gadget. His buffies are incredible. I mean, his buffies are all right, but his buffies just makes him that much better. I love it. Very, very good. Griff is a very, very fun brawler to play. If you're playing casual, I would recommend Griff every single time because he's got the long range to take care of that. He's got the, the bush clearing kind of shots, and his super is just great. It's just great. It's really good for taking care of assassins. Moving on. Ashe. I'm going to put Ashe in D tier. I don't think Ash is that good. He's got the damage output, but the amount of work required to get him to a good enough damage output state, and the fact that it weans off after a while, I don't think it's worth it to play him anymore. So take that with a grain of salt, of course. He could be really, really good. Meg, I don't think Meg is that good right now. In a casual sense, she can be pretty all right, but the damage output needed to take care of some of these brawlers, she just does not have it. Her super with the sword thing is really, really good, and her hypercharge is actually pretty amazing, and it can really change a battle sometimes, but Meg is kind of suffering. I'm gonna have to put her in D tier. Not worth it to play at all. Lola, I really, really like Lola. Lola, without the recent balance change with 35% damage reduction, no, it's 50% damage reduction with her alter ego being in the one tile radius around her. That went from 50% damage reduction, so pretty decent, down to 30 or up to 35 damage reduction. So now she's still dealing 65% damage, I think, right? Yeah, 65% damage with her alter ego around her. That is actually able to put her above Colt in burst damage, which is insane. People sleep on Lola. I think that she's really deserving a chance in A tier. People might disagree with me. Lola can do an insane amount of damage just like 8-bit, so highly recommend her. Grom, super annoying to play with. As a casual, if you're bad with Grom, you need to stop playing the game, honestly. If you're good with Grom, and I mean if you're a sweat with Grom, you're top of S tier, you know, you deserve an award if you can hit your shots. So that being said, as a casual tier list, Grom is going in E tier. Not worth it to play. Just not worth it to get good if you're, you know, super employed. Don't get me wrong, he can be very, very good. But a casual tier list says that the amount of work required to get good with Grom is not worth it, in my opinion. And he's probably going to get nerfed anyway, so it's probably not worth picking him up. Fang, as a free-to-play player and as a fun-to-play player, Fang is one of the best brawlers ever. I'm going to put him right above Buzz. Fang is so much fun to play, and he's got the damage output needed, and he's got the means of charging a super even when there's not good brawlers around. So Fang is really, really good, and he's got the ability to squad wipe, but you don't see him doing that very often. Anyway, Eve, you don't see Eve anymore. I think Eve is a little bit hard to play. She's got the fun factor with her by being able to float over water, so I'm going to put her in D tier. But beside the fact she's just not that good, doesn't have the damage output needed, and there are a lot better brawlers right now that can spawn a lot more annoying things, like the hatchlings that she does. Moving on to Janet. Now, Janet, underrated damage output. I've seen her a lot. I'm going to be putting Janet in C tier. Probably top of C tier. Janet's good, but I don't think Janet deserves any more than C tier because she can take care of things, but her unloading speed is not good. If you're far away, you're only getting damaged by her like very slowly because she has to have time to wind up her attack to get far enough distance to you. So I don't think she has it yet, but I think she has the potential to be a very, very good brawler. Bonnie, I think, has to go in F tier. As a casual player, Bonnie's no fun. You have to play her a certain way, and you have to play her on certain maps. She can be one of the most broken brawlers ever. I'm going to have to put her in F tier. She's just not that good anymore after her nerfs to her hypercharge. She was the most broken brawler ever. She was terrorizing the meta, but she's just not that fun to play anymore as a sniper. But I wouldn't knock her off the shelf yet if you're going to go pro. But again, very situational. I want to be playing her. Otis, I'm going to put in the top of S tier. Otis is a lot of fun. And I will not say that lightly. Otis is so much fun because you can take care of anybody. Otis is literally indestructible because if you get dropped on by an assassin, you just shoot your super. If you're getting absolutely crept on by a Shelly, use your super. If you get latched onto by a Buzz, use your super. Everything can be answered. Every brawler in this game can be answered by Otis's super. I think that makes him worth it to be an S tier brawler. I think he's slept on a little bit too much. His hypercharge makes him that much better. So moving on to Sam. Sam, F tier. Need I say more? Gus, top of B tier. Fantastic. Well, should I even do that? Let's do this. Oh. Let's put Gus in A tier. He's one of the best, what do you call it, supports in the game right now. And due to the fact that he doesn't work by healing, kind of with his ghosts, but he works by putting a shield around people. And Crow is super, super prominent in the meta. You'll always see a team, not always, but you'll most likely have a team with him, with Crow on it, which just destroys the healing factor of the other team. But Gus puts a shield on your teammates and yourself. So the healing factor effect from Crow's poison effect doesn't work with Gus. So that is super, super important. And that's put him a little bit higher on the tier list. All right, next up we have, oh gosh, Buster. I was playing Gem Grab a little bit ago, and Buster was busting my butt. Like, pun absolutely intended. Buster was really, really good, but I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm going to have to put Buster in B tier. I don't really know where to put him, but he's definitely in the top percentile or upper half of the brawler list. That's for sure. But a bad Buster, you know, can ruin your match because they're not that good. I was playing Buster and he's actually able to take care of a lot of these meta brawlers. That being said, he doesn't have the kit needed to really excel in his field. He's just a pretty plain brawler and very, very predictable. Need I say more? Anyway, Gray. Now, this annoying little crap right here. Gray is the most annoying brawler in the game. If you're playing casually with Gray, good for you. I'm putting him in D tier, probably in the top of D tier, to be honest. You don't see him a lot in a lot of maps. You see him in solo showdown. You see him in sometimes in heist, not a whole lot, but you mostly see him in games where kill counts matter, where the objective is just to kill your enemy. You'll see him a lot in that. Knockout, he's super prevalent on with a couple maps. That being said, he's super annoying. I don't like playing against him. You know, he's pretty easy to kill if you run up on him. He does a decent amount of damage for being a sharpshooter, so I like that. But enough said. His hypercharge, not that helpful sometimes. It's just not that helpful. Mandy. Where should I put Mandy? I'm going to put Mandy above Nani. Mandy, I think, is the best sniper in the game. I take that back about Nani being the best sharpshooter in the game, but Mandy, I believe, is truly the best one. Nani's good, but Mandy's hypercharge super is unparalleled. Unparalleled amount of damage. Very, very good, and she's just an overall great sniper, so need I say more? Moving on to Chester. Chester is an obligatory A tier. Chester has always been A tier, always good. If you have a Chester on your team, you know, you're going to do all right. Now, that being said, if you have a Chester on your team that doesn't know what he's doing, right, he's selling the match. A Chester has to know what he's doing, but amazing damage output, amazing supers, all around good, very good, solid brawler. RT, I'm going to have to put in E tier. Even as a casual player, RT is not that good. Not that good. Your shots need to land, and even when you're detached, you're very easily taken care of. But I don't want to put too much dirt on him. If you're good with him and you know how to play him, good. That's very good. Moving on, Willow. Now, Willow, as a casual player, no fun. Willow's absolutely no fun. As a ranked player, Willow is absolutely amazing. You don't see Willow a whole lot other than Brawl Ball, and I just don't think she has what it takes to become a really, really good brawler. So, oh well. it's not a whole lot of fun to play her as a casual player because it's just there's too much strategy involved, and you really, really have to make your super count. That's the whole kit of what makes Willow even that good. Maisie, as a casual player, Maisie's going to the top of B tier. She's so much fun to play, does way too much damage. If you get close to someone in a bush, they're dead. It's insane. Her super is very predictable, very great. It can slow people. I love that. I love that. Maisie's a good brawler. If you get good with her, that's good. Yeah, it is pretty good to be bad with her, but I feel like her projectiles are so slow at the point that it psychs out your opponents twice, so they actually do get hit anyway. Anyway, moving on to Hank. Hank is another F tier brawler in my opinion. Hank is so easily taken care of. Like, I can't see Hank being anywhere as close of a good casual brawler or a good ranked brawler in any sense. Maybe in gem grab I could see Hank being that good, but I don't see him excelling in any category, and he gets taken care of without a super. With a super he's pretty good, but without a super he's so easily taken care of. It's very hilarious. Cordelius I'm gonna put in A tier. I'm going to put him a little bit higher in A tier, actually. Cordelius is very strong in almost all the maps except for Heist. Even in Heist, he is pretty decent because if you get a brawler that has a hypercharge and is like running to your safe with a hypercharge and has that popped, and it's about to do an insane amount of damage to your Heist, you can just pop your super, take that brawler out of the game just for a little bit for your teammates to respawn or respawn to the threat. So he has a lot of utility, though those utilities are more realized later in your playing experience in game. Enough said, though. He's got a lot of damage output, and that's really what matters right now. And his gadget's a lot of fun for locking down people's attack. Anyway, Doug is a very fun brawler to play. I'm putting him in A tier above Fang. Doug is so much fun to play. Pick him up. This is one of the first times he's actually been somewhat meta. He's almost impossible to kill. You just spam, as soon as you're in danger, you spam your super and you get out of jail free card. It's that easy to play him. Pearl, too much skill. Pearl can be very, very good, but I don't think it's worth it playing Pearl right now in terms of the other brawlers. Now, Pearl, I'm going to have to put in D tier because I realize Pearl super is perfect for taking care of assassins and tanks. So for that reason, Pearl's going in D tier, but the fact that the damage goes down the more you shoot means that you have to be even better to play her. Not as fun to play her, unfortunately. Anyway. Oh no. I forgot his name. Dang. Moving on to Charlie. Charlie, very fun to play. She's been nerfed to the ground, unfortunately, so she's not that good anymore. I'm going to have to put her in the top of D tier, maybe under Gray and maybe under Stu. Let's see here. Charlie's okay. In gem grab, she's exceptional because when she puts people in her egg, she makes them drop the gems. So not that good. I mean, not that good anymore. So I don't know. That's enough said there. Miko is not good right now. In ranked, he's excellent because if you have a bunch of squishy brawlers on the opposite team, he can be really, really good, but you have to know what brawlers you're going up against. If you're playing Miko and you have no idea what brawlers you're going up against, right, you're putting your team at a disadvantage. So that's not fun. Nobody likes that. Miko is not good, but he can be. Anyway, Chuck, I can't believe I blanked on his name, but Chuck is the brawler that is only played on Heist, and you'll never, ever, exception on some hot zone maps, but you'll never see him on any other mode except for Heist, right? That's the only mode he's good on, and just for that reason, I'm just putting him in the middle of C tier. It's really hard to pin him down. You know, you just don't know what... If you're going to get a good Chuck or a bad Chuck, and even if you do get a good Chuck, woodchuck that woodchuck would. Even if you get a good Chuck on Heist, there's no guarantee that he's going to be able to do enough damage before your own heist is taken care of, because defensive capabilities, absolutely zero. All right, moving on to Kit. Kit is one of my favorite brawlers. And Kit is exceptional at taking out squishy brawlers. So I'm going to put Kit in B tier-ish. Oh gosh, I'm running out of room here. Okay, going on to Kit is B tier-ish in my opinion. I mean, Kit is very good, but doesn't have a whole lot of health. So you'll normally see Kit in Knockout and Bounty. But Kit has been doing really well, though the Kit suffers with dealing enough damage for the tankier brawlers. But Kit makes up for the fact that Kit can jump out and around, so kind of staying out of danger there. Anyway, moving on to Larry and Larry, I believe. Larry and Larry, solid C tier, very fun to play. I don't think Larry and Larry are that good. Kind of mediocre throwers in my opinion. By far not the best thrower in the game. You'll see him in ranked a lot, but in casuals, I feel like they'd be much stronger. Moving on, Angelo. Angelo is a casual player. Angelo's going to have to go in D tier. Too much skill to land those shots 100% of the time. Even if you are, they're normally able just to go back and recover that health anyway. So Angelo is kind of suffering right now and not being able to do enough damage to very tanky brawlers. Moving on to Melody. Melody is really only seen in Heist anyway, so I wouldn't be playing Melody at all unless you're in Heist. And even if you're in Heist, there are better brawlers like Chuck. I'm going to put Melody a little bit lower than Chuck because she's just not that good anymore. Moving on. Lily. Now, Lily, I think, is a very high skill brawler. Bear with me here. Lily can only do so much damage. Lily can only do so much damage, as I just said. So you have to make those 2 ammo count, and you have to really, really pick your fights. I'm going to put her on bottom of C tier. I don't think Lily has what it takes to really take on a lot of these brawlers, but overall, she's okay. She's okay. If you want to pick her up, that's perfectly fine with me. Draco. Now, Draco's a lot of fun to play. You can pick him up as a casual player. I totally like that. I'm going to put him just under Surge, but above Kit. Surge is okay. Not Surge. Draco's okay. I mean, as a casual player, I found him to be really, really fun, especially when you got a super. That was a ton of fun. So, yeah, I recommend Draco a lot. Anyway, Barry. Man, as a casual player, Barry's no fun. D tier. Now, Barry, you only see him in ranked play, and even in ranked play, Barry's not that good right now. So he's waiting some buffs, I'm sure, and I think his super damage is really, really good, but I think his base damage just needs to be higher. It's so easy to avoid Barry, and his super puddles don't even last that long anyway. So, moving on to Clancy. Now, Clancy is super, super, super good, but as a casual player, Clancy's not that good. I mean, he's not that fun to play. I'm going to have to put him in the lower half of, yeah, better than Poco, better than Dynamite, better than Tara, better than Brock and Daryl, better than these two. But I'm going to have to put him there. Pretty mid-tier. Clancy, you can get his super and stuff, which is really fun to use, but ever since they nerfed it by almost like 50% of damage, not that worth it to play him anymore. Moving on to Mo. Mo is a casual player, very fun. Highish B tier. I'm going to put him below Kit, Gale, maybe above Carl. I really like Mo, and the fact that he's just able to take care of a lot of brawlers really, really fast and efficiency makes him a very good pick. I don't have his hypercharge, so that's too bad, but I mean, a very predictable hypercharge anyway. Moving on to Kenji. Wow, this is a fun brawler, but if you're bad with Kenji, right, you suck. Yeah, I mean, just stop playing the game, honestly. Bad Kenjis are no fun because they don't really contribute anything. I'm going to be putting Kenji in the bottom of B tier. I think he's a very capable brawler, and his hypercharge makes him very, very good. Moving on, Juju. I think that's what her name is. I kind of forgot. She kind of fell off a month after she was released. I'm going to put her in D tier. She's not better than Barry, I think. Yeah, definitely not better than Barry. Barry is definitely better than her, but D tier, not that good right now. Going out of Shade. Oh man, Shade is a lot of fun. Good melee. I'm going to put Shade in the bottom of A tier because Shade, his ability to go through walls and just the amount of sheer damage that he's able to output is insane. Okay, next we have Meeple. Meeple's pretty special because in super high ranked play, Meeple's actually crazy good. But as a casual player, you can still have fun with him, but you know, he's not as good as a casual player, but still, I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to put him probably high B tier. Yeah, Meeple's very fun to play. He's got the humming shots. His gadgets are really fun, and it's super it's very intuitive. You know how to play that super. So very, very good. Moving on to Ollie. Ollie has suffered a lot in the meta ever since he got, I think, a health nerf and damage nerf back in, I don't even know. So Ollie, I would think in this casual tier list, I'd put him in probably low C tier. He's still okay. But I don't see him played a lot. So anyway, who is that? Oh, Phoenix. Next is Phoenix. I love Phoenix. Phoenix, you got a good shot, right? You got a good projectiles. Probably low B tier. Put him above Frank, but below Nita and Bo. Phoenix is pretty good in B tier because like you've got those wide projectiles and you've got your super, which is also pretty intuitive. And when you use your super, you just place it down on yourself and boom, you've got yourself set up for some pretty nice shots. Anyway, we've got Lumi next. Lumi, after her health buff lately, been pretty strong. So I'm going to place her above Larry and Laurie in C tier. I think she can beat a lot of these brawlers below her. You have to play pretty good with her, but you know, it's pretty intuitive. There's a little bit of skill involved, but you get used to her pretty fast. Oh man. What a tragic brawler down here. So we have Ye Young. What's that on my keyboard? Okay, Ye Young has, I think, the second favorite brawler next to Jesse. But unfortunately, he doesn't have any damage output. Absolutely none. Even with this gadget, it's really, really hard to kill brawlers with him. I'm going to have to put him down here. Probably under Tick. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably put him above Pam on here. His damage output is close to zero next to these other brawlers. I can just deal out and dish out tons of damage. So unfortunately, I think he's so much fun to play. I wish he was a lot better. In ranked play, you'll see him up in high A tier, but in casual sense, he just isn't that good. You have to be so good to play him viably. So it's just not really it right now. So let's see here. Okay, next we got, oh man, I forgot her name. It's Kaze. So Kaze is super broken, but as a casual player, very hard to play. You just don't know. It's very hard to get good with her, but in ranked, she's really, really good. She's so versatile. It's very rewarding to be really good with Kaze. So I'm going to be putting her in C tier. As a casual player, she's super hard to get. She's an ultra legendary brawler. You're unlocking tons and tons of credits to get to her, and you're probably not unlocking her for a very long time. Though the majority of people playing Brawl Stars have most of the brawlers unlocked, all the brawlers unlocked, plus 100. So getting her is not that bad. And getting good with her is kind of the problem. Next, we've got Allie. Allie is, I'd say, up in the A tier. Allie's really, really good. If there's someone that you need to take out that's kind of squishy, Allie's really, really good. And even if your brawler's not that squishy, right? Allie can pose a very good threat against you. Just being able to dish out just tons of damage before you even have time to react, that's Allie for you. So don't sleep on her. She's really, really good right now. Next is Trunk. And a lot of people would put Trunk in E tier, right? I don't think Trunk deserves E tier, but maybe maybe a higher upper D tier, I'd say. Not as good as Gray. I'd probably play Trunk over Stu anytime just because of Trunk's ability to get around with his super. But anyway, that's all. Oh, yeah, Mina is next. Mina is very strong, but I don't think she has what it takes to be that good. I'm going to put her above Frank, but below Finks. I think a good player can do some serious damage with her, but the time it takes for her to do some serious damage is not ideal. So I'm going to put her in lower B tier. What do we have next? Ooh, Ziggy. Ziggy, what a cool character design. I really like Ziggy's character design. Right now, he doesn't do enough damage to do anything really, but his super, that's incredible. That can shut down very large areas of the map. I'm going to put him below the sharpshooters, probably below Clancy as well. In C tier, he's okay, right? He has the damage. He's basically a thrower, but he just teleports shots. But his super is really good. That's the one thing that's keeping him afloat right now. And they keep trying to balance his attack delay, I should say. Anyway, what do we got? Next is Gigi. Gigi's a really good assassin. I've faced against some very prominent Gigis, and the fact that they just keep buffing her is insane. She's got a couple damage buffs over the last couple updates, and it really, really shows. So because of that, I'm probably going to put her above. I'm going to put her probably above Mina here, probably above Finks too. Gigi's really good. Gigi's really good. Take my word for it. And as a free-to-play player, she's pretty easy to understand. She teleports, and then you can either choose to teleport back or stay. But she just has kind of like a Doug super around her that does damage. So pretty easy to understand there. Next, we've got Pierce. Holy cow, S tier. As a free-to-play player, if you learn just to pick up his stuff and how his reload mechanism works, he is the most cracked brawler in human existence. He is so good. The amount of damage that this guy can output, you see him being played in Heist. You never see snipers being played in Heist. He's just that good. Pierce is really prominent in the meta, in ranked and in casual play, I'd say. I mean, probably a little bit less in casual play and even more in ranked, but that just speaks to the volumes of just how broken this brawler is. Oh, Glober. His name was changed to Glowy. I have no idea why. But in terms of casual play, we're going to have to put him in F tier. He is so bad as a casual player. You have to be playing him in a professional capacity, and you have to be playing him in the higher trophies. In the lower trophies, nobody knows what they're doing. They have potatoes for heads. So he's a really strong support brawler, but he's not strong supporting, literal people who don't have brains. So randoms are not capable of dealing with him, and you can't do everything yourself. Being the good person on your team, you can't be Glowy. So that's too bad. I really have fun playing him. You should really pick him up if you like support characters, because he does have good moments. But it's just really hard if your teammates are bad, because there's nothing you can do as a pure support person. Anyway, next we have Sirius. Oh boy. And as a casual player, I might put Sirius low S tier, right? Sirius is in a balanced spot, but I feel like in casual gameplay, Sirius is really good. You start attacking, you spawn some troops, and you're basically controlling the whole map. Need I say more? Next, we've got Naja, also S tier. Naja is so cracked with her poison. She's been toned down, but if you have her hypercharge, it completely reverts her back to her most broken state ever. 6 of those little snakes coming after you and have poison everywhere, completely broken. She's really good, and as a casual, it's so much fun to play her. I haven't played her a whole lot because I don't like playing the huge broken brawlers. It's just not as fun to me. But she's really good. I'm going to skip over Damien for now because, we're going to do Bolt next. So Bolt isn't even released yet. So I've seen a lot of footage from Kairos about how his performance is. So about what he does, what his damage is, and I'm going to safely put him in... I'm going to put him low A tier. I think Bolt is going to be extremely good. In a game where a majority of these brawlers go the same amount of speed. You know, there's a small variance, but they all go relatively the same amount of speed when they're walking. Bolt's going to be very, very special, and he's going to get to places where he wants to be when he wants to be, and it's going to be very, very powerful. So, but he's going to need to he's going to need some support, right, from his teammates, but with the right support, he's going to be absolutely broken. Now we've got Star Nova. Now she's going to be S tier. Star Nova is going to be absolutely broken. She's got healing capabilities. Her super is just Megs, but reskinned, and her attack is just, I don't even know. It's just Nita's, but it travels faster and it has a smaller hitbox, and you fire 2 of them. They pierce, and the piercing is really, really good. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but until you use her super, which lasts way too long, by the way, she's going to be really, really good. I'm going to put her here, and I'm going to put Naja above Otis here. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to put Sirius above Pierce. I'm going to put Pierce above Otis and Sirius above Otis. Otis is low S tier, but still really, really good. And finally, we've got Damien. If you have been playing Brawl Stars for the past couple weeks, ever since this guy was released, you know the absolute terror of seeing... Oh no, where did I put Damien? Oh no, where did I put Damien? Okay, there he is. You would know the absolute terror of finding him on the enemy's team. And you know if you have him on your team, you're going to be fine. Damien is so broken. It is not even funny. He gets his super, game over. You just don't even have a chance. All these brawlers that don't have something to cancel him out, good luck. Good luck. It's almost impossible. He has so much health. He jumps on you like El Primo. He keeps you in one spot. El Primo can't do that. And he's got healing capabilities from his gadget. And he's got crowd control abilities with his third shot. Insane. I think he's really, really good. And he's going to continue to be until he gets an emergency nerf sometime soon. So that's the tier list. This has taken a really, really long time. But as I said, I love doing unscripted things. This is a whole unscripted video about me expressing my passion about Brawl Stars. I really like this game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you can benefit a lot from it. I'm not a pro, so this is just a purely casual tier list. I hope you liked it. I really did. I really liked ranking all these because I didn't know how much I knew about this game until I really spelled out how each one of these characters have their own unique abilities and how they coincide with other things. So I might do one next season, I might not. But anyway, that's all I have. See ya.